Welcome to Corn-Fed TV. My name is Lincoln, and today we are doing away with my stock intake, and we are going to put on an aFe power stock induction. So let's get to it. Okay, so I went ahead and took the initiative of loosening everything up. So what you got, we'll just start over here. What you want to do is take a panel tool and pry that up, pry these wires free after you unhook it from here. If we want to go here, and go ahead, and it's going to take some force to turn this, and you're going to want to pull it out. It's free. Set it off to the side. Do not break it. And there's the gang. Say hi. Say hi. Yep, there they are. All right. So after you take your sensor out, that you're not going to break, like I said, it's gonna be kind of stubborn. You're gonna want to force it. I love you, buddy. Come over here with a 10mm and take these two bolts out. Come on over here to your box, and it has 5 of these bolts, one on each corner and one right here. So we'll take those free with the same 5/16. I don't know if I said that, 5/16 socket. We'll go ahead and loosen up these band clamps, and oh yes, the crankcase hose. You're going to want to push that in, pop that off, set it off to the side, which just kind of lays there. So we will we'll get this out and start reinstalling. Hi, family. Okay, so the reason I'm even changing this is because of all these resignators. I'm not 100% sure why they can't just go from A to B and call it a day. I also don't know 100% if the new, let me grab a new one real quick. I should have had that ready, but I didn't. I don't know if this non-resignator tube is gonna make a difference, but I'm really hoping it does, just because I'd rather have A to B than have all this stuff. The reason I did stay with stock is because the engineers at aFe or FCA actually did something right, and they have this little cowl deal that actually goes next to your grill right in here. So it's kind of still forced induction in a way, but they obviously still had to be compliant to all their rules and stuff. So that's where we're at with this guy. I'm also kind of a brand snob. When I go with one brand, I like to, there we go. I like to stay with the brand, I guess, as far as what I'm putting on the vehicle. And you guys had seen where I put the aFe muffler delete on here. I love it. Yeah, it sounds like a pissed off bumblebee sometimes, but I mean, without it being a 392, what can you do? So I'm going to go ahead and start getting stuff prepped, and we'll go over the install. So we have this pre-oiled air filter that's getting ready to go into the factory box. Once again, like I said, you know, the only reason I went with this one is because now it's just a higher flow filter, and we did away with some resignators. Everything else is still stock. Everything's still in the stock position and everything. So pretty simple. You just take them, boop, look at there. Now you're almost done. Just kidding. We got a ways to go. All right, with any good install, I should at least go over all the parts. So you'll get 2 of these silicone boots. You know, one goes there. One will go at the other end of your tube here. It comes with a couple, I don't know why you need 4, but it comes with 4 band clamps. Actually, I know why it comes with 4. That was stupid. You'll get this. This is actually metal, and it has a screw insert deal right here. So you'll screw that in, and that goes for your crankcase breather. And then down here, you'll get a rubber grommet and a plastic deal for your sensor. We didn't break or lose. Yeah, there it is. It's over there. So after I started to reinstall things here, I realized that you do not have to take 5 bolts out of your box over here. The 5th one just holds the bottom base part of your filter box in place. So now what we'll do is go through and the same 5/16 for these bolts down here are going to be the same ones for your band clamp. You go in with your 10mm here, and we'll go ahead and put our crankcase back together right there. Okay, so I took the sensor, the main plastic plug back out just to get the sensor in without screwing it up. And if you actually look at it right here, there's actually a big side and a small side. I'm sure I'm looking at, yeah, big side and small side. So you'll actually put that in the grooves, and then you will twist it from there. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna just install it like this, and that's what I would recommend to you guys on any of them, because I'm sure they're all pretty close to the same as far as install. That's what I would recommend, is to install it outside of here and then install it all together. With that being said, because you'll want it sitting in there, you know, like that, not like that, because that ain't gonna do you no good. So you want it like this, and we'll just reinstall it right there after I shove the entire grommet into the tube. And yeah, now I gotta fish that out. Give me just a second here, I'm screwing everything. Okay, another pro tip: if you're gonna make a video, make sure your grommet doesn't fall out and you look like a fool, because now you have to backtrack 15 of your steps just to get the sucker back in there. It did it again. Oh, good. Now it went that way. So now I gotta uninstall this whole thing. So I got it in finally. Like I said, if you can see it in there, maybe you want it to be vertical in there. You want it to be in there like this, not like this. Because if it's in there like this, it won't pick up anything and do its job. So we want it to do that, and I'm trying not to. So as far as the install goes, I don't know where we're at. You know, to put your 5/16 bolts back in the top of the filter box. All the ran clamps are 5/16 as well. Your 10mm up here on the front of the fan shroud. Your crankcase hose, make sure to hook it back up. Now this little guy, we'll make sure we put it in. Make sure you put it in the right way. I'm pretty sure it's upside down in comparison to how it was actually installed in here, but it is what it is at this point. I'm gonna go get some zip ties and zip tie this dude down, kind of clean it up a little bit, since it's actually, I'll just leave it like that. I'll leave her in there like that. I don't want to take any of the stock components, as far as even the tabs and shit, off, just because if there is an issue and I have to put the stock back in, everything's stock. I mean, this is like a 10-minute install, unless you're me, who's trying to make a video and drops the grommet inside the tube 2 different times. Other than that, we are done with this install. I'm gonna go grab the keys, and I'm gonna let it run for just a second. Try to, if there is any reason to relearn something or whatever, I'm gonna give it the chance to do that before we take it out on a test drive. So when it's all said and done, this is what you got. You still got your stock box, and the only thing you really did was got rid of some resignators right here, and I think there's one under here. Maybe they're all just right here, I don't know. But anyway, so you just get a high flow air filter and a resignator delete is what you pretty much get. So I'm gonna go start her up. All right, so I'll let her run for a minute. I'm gonna just give her a little rev and see what we got. Made a difference in just the, you can kind of hear it pick up, and it gives it a little bit more rumble in the exhaust. So I'm gonna take her out real quick. All right, so I took her down the road, and as far as performance goes, obviously I'm not looking to gain a whole lot of performance by any means. Let me clean that up. There we go, that's a little better. I'm not really looking to gain anything performance wise. I'm more or less looking to gain opening up a little bit. It's not as nasally. Like it felt congested, if that makes any sense, as far as driving it. I got in, revved it up, and obviously you can kind of tell that it's open more. And that's what I was trying to do, was get away from those resignators in order to get more flow. Therefore, more flow, more go. And that's what we got out of this. And as far as the exhaust tune, or tone, whatever you want to go with, it doesn't make that screeching, nasally, like GTR. It sounded like a performance car, kind of, and which is all right. I'm all right with that, but it still does. But it's just not as piercing, I guess. So I don't know. I'm gonna live with it for a little bit, and I'm probably gonna live with it forever, because I said the same thing about the exhaust, and I ended up falling in love with the exhaust. So aFe power, stock induction. I don't think that you need to switch up to cold air, because there's no reason for it, especially since the engineers went ahead and already integrated the forced induction per se into the design already. So anyway, that's all I got for you. I love it. That's all I got for you. So thanks for watching. I don't know what's next. I don't know when the next one's gonna be. I appreciate you keeping up with the channel if you have, and go check out my boy Jeremy. He's gonna be at Badlands on July 1st for a content creator day or some crap like that. He's putting out content left and right. He actually just did coilovers on his Jeep. Go check that out. It's pretty sweet. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.